Yo, what up, guys? I'm your boy, DJ J Steve Z.
I'm your Tia's favorite DJ, DJ Jedi.
This is the Last Dope Podcast, man. Today we got some fucking funny motherfuckers in the building today.
Legends, living legends.
Yes, we got Concrete, J Valentino.
Hey.
What up, man?
What's up, perritos? What's up, dog?
What's going on, man? Finally,
dog.
Finally.
I came out here with you guys and you know, brought the crew and andamos aquí todos bien alterados a la verga, güey.
That's what's up, man.
I appreciate it because I know you guys are like fucking constant promoting. Like the behind the scenes is like and able to grind. Like fucking you guys are just doing countless hours of fucking marketing.
Stay on it, bro. Gotta stay on it, you know?
Well, this isn't free, so I mean, just letting you guys
Okay,
know.
yeah. Hey.
Oh, shit. All right, let's cut this shit.
Let's get it.
That's why we gave them waters.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, Concrete.
What's up?
I gotta start with you, man.
What's up?
Very first time that I ever heard of you, all right, it was the fucking Los Dodgers anthem.
Oh, you heard me rap the first time?
Bro, that's how, yeah. And I was just like, and I wasn't even watching it. I was listening to it because I was like, all right, you know, de California, right?
See.
And I was like, what the fuck? They got Game on there? And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, who's this?
Nothing like
They always
rapper
mix them
man.
up. They always mix them up, even on radio.
Yeah.
No, I was like,
understand
what the
TV.
fuck? I was like, I go, this motherfucker's dope.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? So
Hell
then
yeah.
and then I started looking at all your old shit. And I was
Yeah.
just like, fuck, this fool's got bars.
Thank you, man.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So how did you go from your transition from music and then actually directing, right? And
Yeah.
and producing videos.
Yeah, no, I started rapping early, dog. You know, making beats 15, 16, and I kind of, you know, left school to do that shit. Had my first song on the radio when I was like 19, got signed when I was 21, did all that shit, toured, had fun. And then in 2008, my my closest buddy passed away, so I wanted to kind of leave the music industry, bro. I was kind of tired of it, and I kind of didn't, you know, I kind of saw it for what it was, and I was like, man, this ain't me, dog. Like, I'm not about this lifestyle, like, as far as like, you know, rapping and shit, because, you know, like at that time, like, if you weren't rapping about street shit, then people didn't want to hear it. Like, it was really hard. Like, there wasn't really a Pitbulls out there yet. It was kind of barely bubbling, you know, and there was no Drakes
There was
yet.
no party music either.
So there was no party music. So it was either I was doing street music or I wasn't doing it. And then like Baby Bash was holding the fort with like the ladies music, and I really didn't want to go that route because I felt like he was already doing that. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is not really for me, bro. Like, I'm from the streets, but I'm not a street dude. And at the end of the day, like, I always feel like that kind of shit catches up to you eventually. And I wanted to be myself, bro. And myself is just being a funny dude. I just like comedy. I love that shit. And when I started doing comedy in 2018, that's when, like, I felt like myself, bro. Okay, this is me. This is who I am. And from 2009 till 2018, 19, I was, like, really doing music videos, traveling. I used to work for Tidal, Rock Nation, Hyper House, like a bunch of shit that I was doing for them. And I got to travel the world, and I saw every, you know, besides fucking Africa, I mean, I've been all over the world. And so that was kind of cool. Like, I became real traveled and cultured and shit. And in 2018, I was doing a music video, and they stole, like, about almost all my equipment, dog, 40 G's worth of equipment. And it was kind of like, it was at a really low point in my life. Depression hit. I was just mad at the world. I had nothing left. And I was like, you know what, dude, I don't know, like, what happened, but somebody was like one of my boys was like, man, like, why don't you do your comedy, fool? Like, you're really funny, dog. Like, I see all these fools on social media doing it. Like, fool, if in a way, like, if they can do it, fool, like, try it, give it a shot. And I gave it a shot, fool, and then I just never looked back after that, you know? But I'm still rapping. In fact, I was just showing my boys some of the songs that I've been recording over the years. I'm still recording, bro. I still scratch the itch, you know, but it's not something I want to pursue no more. It's just more like, you know, I just do it just because I love music, and that was my first love, you know? It's like the first girlfriend you ever had, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just my first love, dude. So I always tend to go back to music somehow, some way, but I'm not trying to pursue it and make money off of it or nothing.
Yeah, I saw in another interview that it's hard because it was your hype man, right? Your best
Yeah. It was my hype man. So like, I would do shows after he passed away, and then I would just stay on one side of the stage because I thought he was next to me, and it was just awkward, bro, you know? So I didn't really have the heart for it no more. And it was at the point in my career, like, he passed away at the point in my career where it was my second single on the radio. I had it on 35 stations across the country. Shit was popping, but my heart wasn't into it no more. Yeah. And the people that were investing in me were like, you're not happy, bro. So why are we gonna keep dumping this money into you if you're not happy? And I was like, you're right, dude. So we just parted ways, and I decided to find love, and I found love in Long Beach. I met my wife, and after that, it was a wrap, dude. You know?
I wanted to ask, because I saw that previous podcast. What was it like having to call people like to return a nickel or something that they
To return what?
some bullshit, like you had like a telemarketer, or not a telemarketer, but you had to call like for financial loans or something that you're like, hey, you know what? I'm calling because you owe us a nickel.
So like in between all this shit, as I'm rapping and I'm trying to do, I have a gang of odd jobs. Like I worked at Ross's Loss Prevention. I did towing. I worked at a bank. I worked at Fallas Paredes, Factory to You, name it, dog. I did it, and I had one specific job where it was, they gave me like a stack of unpaid medical bills, and some of the medical bills, like people would pay $100, but there was 3 cents left on the bill. So I would have to call and be like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so you owe about 36 cents, and it's just encountering a lot of and then the dudes would be like, what the fuck are you calling me about? I was like, 36 cents, sir. Like, that's what the fuck I owe you. I was like, yeah, I know. But
That
you owe
phone call
30
costs more.
but you owe 36 cents, dog. But you got to remember, it was just stacks and stacks of papers, dog. Like, this whole room was filled with unpaid small bills of like cents. So, you know, this guy, you know, like the owner probably bought it for like $200, but he had $50,000-$60,000 worth of unpaid bills. So to him, it was like, I'll get this fool to call and do that shit. And so it was really bad. I used to sell ink cartridges. I did that. I used to do surveys. I quit on 4th of July because I was really upset about being there on 4th of July. Because I would call and be like, hey, man, you know, it's so-and-so, and oh, yeah, I just wanted to see, like, have you guys ever tried HBO? Like, do you guys like it? And they're like, man, it's fucking 4th of July, bro. Get a fucking life. And I got like 10 of those calls, and I remember I looked at my boy, and I was like, hey, P, I'm fucking out of here. But he's like, what are you going to quit? I was like, I'm going to quit. Who's coming with me type of shit? And I took like 3 or 4 of the homies with me, dog. And we were mad as fuck because when we left, like, we didn't find no 4th of July parties to go to, so we quit for nothing, dog, you know? It was just a bad vibe, but, I mean, dog, I've done it all, man. I've had a pretty interesting life. I always feel like I kind of lived a Forrest Gump life in a way. I've always been at the right place at the right time, you know?
So is that how you guys connected? Like just random, or
He was actually shooting my videos at first.
Yeah.
We met at a Frankie
okay.
J. We met at a Frankie J. Cheeky's video, and that's when we fell in love.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah,
I was I was directing
slow
a
motion. Our
Cheeky's and
eyes
Frankie
connected.
J.
It was slow motion. Frankie started singing and harmonizing, and then we ran to each other. It was crazy. He carried me. My knees were. I'm playing, man. No, yeah, we met at a video, and he was like, hey, man, let's do some shit, man. I'm just down to collab. I'm like, all right, I'll take care of you. He's like, nah, I don't want you to pay me. I just want to work together. I'm like, all right, cool, man. So he just started filming me, and he started doing his own shit. I remember I hit him up once, and it was like a transition. I'm like, hey, brother. I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to do a skit tonight. All right, you want me to film you? I'm like, nah, man, I want you to be in it. What are you talking about? What the fuck? You're funny as fuck. Let's get it, man. He's like, all right, ever since then, we just started recording together.
Yep.
One thing, man, Jay, you're a sick ass DJ, man.
One of the best.
thank
Sick,
you.
yes.
One of the best.
Yeah, man. Hands down, man. You know what I mean?
That's how I heard about you before the skits. I was just like, you got down, even with the TikToks and all that. I didn't know you did comedy until you jumped on one of his videos. And then I started seeing the ones. Is your mom?
My mom, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Legendary, bro. Legendary,
yeah,
bro.
man. And fucking one fucking parody that you did, man. Fucking Mexi Boba.
Oh shit, that one, you know what, it's those videos that they didn't do well in my page, but I mean, some people really liked it.
Yeah,
I like
man.
it. You know,
Yeah.
some videos are for us and some videos are for the people. That one was for me.
I showed up to my mom and dad's house, and they're like, "Mira este cabrón," and I was just like, "Oh shit!" I go, "That's J Valentino." When you're fucking flipping fucking Mexican songs into fucking English, you know, and my fucking parents are getting a fucking kick out of it, man.
That's awesome.
And it's just like, and it's fucking dope to see fucking Mexicanos, Latinos, fucking, just a raza, fucking, putting content out there, man. And I think that's what we need to continue doing.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Because like, it's just like mainstream media is not going to show us love. It needs to come from raza.
Yeah, I mean, as long as people support it, dog, and it's like, as long as people support it, we'll keep doing it. It's just shit falls apart when we just don't support it, and we're supporting other causes that essentially don't even benefit the community. I think that's where it falls apart. But if we just keep supporting each other, you know what I'm saying, like, today coming to you guys doing this. Like, this is our form of supporting you guys to support us in a way and kind of just scratch each other's backs and help us move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. And so what was the very first skit that you guys did together?
We did some like random. We did a few random skits, like some of my parodies, and but the one that I obviously hit was the Rebels. He had that in the barrel for like
shit.
That was our favorite.
That's what those are our favorite, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He had it in the vault for like a year. And I'll be honest, like I was in it, but I was like in my head, I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Is it gonna hit? I don't know. It could hit, and sure enough, we woke up the elephant. It was
like within 10 minutes, like not even like 5 minutes, 800 comments, bro.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 800 comments. Shit just fucking went nuts.
It's because you
nuts, bro.
You took us down back to memory lane, man.
Yeah. The thing is that like nowadays, all these people's kids are in their 20s, and they also relate to it. And if you don't know about it, you think it's like some Mexican Night at the Roxbury type shit. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, like a lot of people, like it's a subculture of LA that, started in LA. And then I personally didn't know that it left LA. I didn't know that until we posted the video. And it was like, yo, man, I was in a party crew in New Mexico. I was in a party crew in AZ. And I was like, what the fuck? Like this shit really, really took off. And I think that's what kind of set it off for us in a way, and definitely from my page. I know Jay was already buzzing. He was already doing his thing. He had a ton of followers already. I was still like at, 30K followers. And, that really kind of helped out my page, like in a big way, so.
It was funny. We did it on the first take, bro. It was crazy. It was the first take.
I think it's crazy. I think it's about doing comedy. Like I'm the type that I don't like to do like stuff that's trendy. Yeah. I like to do stuff that you can go back to 2-3 years from now and still laugh at it.
I see yours too. Also, like it's more of a show. It's not just going up there and like telling like punchline after punchline. Like you actually like it's theatrical. Like I see what you guys' skits.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you trying to bring that maybe to like a movie sense?
Well, Rebels. Yeah, we actually have a 60-page script right now for Rebels. We have a couple of the movies that we're working on. We have but yeah, like I mean, my shit's always been like I'm a baby in this like stand-up stuff. Thanks to Jerry and Jesus for letting us kind of be on these stages with them because we're so young in this game. Like we're babies in the stand-up game, but they've been cool enough and really like father figures when it comes to this stand-up comedy shit that we give them the big thank yous for letting us on and starting to develop this shit because ultimately, like when it comes to the comedy world, if you're not doing stand-up, you're not going to get a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? And, me, I want to prove myself. And, I'm sure Jay's in the same boat. We all want to prove ourselves that, like, hey, we're not just we're just not physical comedians that want to be on film, but we can also hold our own weight when it comes to the stage, It'd be nice to be one of the greats, but realistically, like, what I want to do is films. Like, I want to do comedy movies, and that's my goal is to be one of the greats, like the Jim Carreys of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. One thing that, Ghetto Busters.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking Ghetto Busters, man. Because we had Big Citric and Phil Medina on the show.
Yeah.
Right. And the fucking jacuzzi scene, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that scene fucking hands down. I remember I was fucking drinking my beer and I fucking spit it out. that fucking scene right there is it was fucking hilarious.
No, I had a lot of fun doing Ghetto Busters, man. This is when I was like barely bubbling and not really bubbling. I was really trying to make it happen on social media, and they called me up and they're like, "Hey man, we got a part for you. Would you like to be a part of this?" I said, "Yeah man, I'm super down." And we shot it, and fucking it was just supposed to be a YouTube thing, and then it kind of snowballed into like a series on Tubi, which that was really cool for me, and it was a good experience for me, dog, because I'm usually in front of I'm usually behind the cameras directing and shooting. And to not have to do that and just kind of be patient and just wait for the crew to get their shit together and all this stuff. And you're just like, as a comedian, as an actor, you have to like stay in the moment, stay in that creative moment, no matter how long it takes for them to get the shot ready. You have to be ready to fucking perform when they say action. And I think it really taught me just to pace myself and, just really get into the groove of like being an actor on camera,
So, okay, on the same subject, you're very passionate about everything. What about when you're doing your skits? Who's directing those?
I do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have writers or nothing,
Yeah, you gotta wear all the hats.
Yeah, like I don't really, have a ton of writers. Like it's usually just me. When I do skits with my buddies, and we all kind of collaborate on it, you know. But for the most part, whenever you see a lot of my skits on social media, 99% of them are just stuff that I do, you know. It's stuff that I find funny, and it's really a testament to what I think is funny. It has nothing to. I'm not trying to make anybody laugh with what I think they would want to see. It's more just like, this is what I want to do. Y si te gusta, chido. Si no, pues está bien, güey. You know.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no excuses, man. I mean, now you have YouTube, man, and I let my 7-year-old son know that too. Like, yo, everything's on the internet. A little 14-year-old British kid taught me how to use a green screen, bro. Like, there's no excuses now, for real.
Yeah, there isn't, man. You know, I mean, the World Wide Web is fucking open to us, man.
It is open, dude. Like, I think now, like, you know, 20 years ago, guys like me, guys like Jay, and because we're funny, but we're not stand-up comedians, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to just show the people that were really funny. It was more like, well, you got to get out there and do stand-up, and then eventually get into a show, TV, and then film, you know? But the good thing about social media for us is that we were able to put our visual comedy for the world to see. And if it wasn't for social media, I don't think we'd be where we're at. So, you know, thank God to the little brainiacs that created all these platforms, you know? Because without them, bro, like, you know, we'd be struggling, auditioning, doing things like this. And when in reality, it's like, what we do now is what we feel is funny, and it's direct to consumer. You know what I'm saying? We print it and direct to consumer type of shit. You know, it's like, here you go. This is what we do. It's comedy, and hopefully you guys like it. And we've been blessed, man, to be able to make 1,000 people laugh.
Cool. Yeah. We got a question from one of the homies. He asked, what's the number one place to eat at the 818?
In the 818?
Yeah.
In the 818? I would say it would be my Tia's Marisco spot. Shout out to Ceviches.
The people that's getting the check.
Yeah, no, you know what? Like, dude, there's a ton of places to eat in the valley. But, you know, like, one of the ones that's not there no more is called Jimmy's Place in San Fernando. It's gone. It used to be a dope-ass burger joint. That's gone. But, yeah, man, I mean, there's a ton of places to eat. It just depends on what you want, you know? Yeah.
Concrete.
Yeah.
How did you get that name?
Concrete.
Concrete is deep, man.
Yeah, I used to go by Beretta. And, you know, Beretta was because, you know, a Beretta, a gun holds 16 bullets. And when you write a rap verse, it's 16 bars. So I used to rap, right?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So when my boy passed away, it was kind of like I wanted to drop that whole image of, like, guns and violence and drugs and shit. So then I decided to just go with Concrete. You know, I felt like it took me a little while after my boy died to kind of mature and become, you know, the person and the man that I am now. So just like Concrete, once you lay it, you give it time, it's a solid foundation to build from there. So, you know, that's what it is, man. It's nothing more than that. It's, you know, I'm not a hard dude. It's just more like I'm just solid now and I'm matured, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And how'd you get into
It's not the sexiest name.
Hey, it's solid.
Yeah, there you go.
You can refer to a lot of things. You can refer that to a lot of things.
How'd you get into the DJing? Was there anything before DJing?
My oldest brother brought some turntables into the household, and just got hooked on it. As soon as he brought them in, and at that time, my mom had moved me from LA to Orange County. Every weekend, I would drive to my brother's house. I would have my mom drive me just to be at my brother's house and spend hours in his room. And so, I mean, he had just bought it just for fun. He was a contractor. He was making bank. He bought him just as a hobby. Like, hey, I just bought him to fuck around. And I got him, when I got a hold of him, he's like, he stopped. He didn't care about it. And he's like, I'll sell them to you, man. I don't care. I just bought him to have fun. Yeah. And he sold them to me for like half price. And like my mom gave a little pago, and I had to pay him payments and the difference. And Paguitos. And yeah, bro. And then after that, I got a little truck, made myself business cards, doing the house parties for the schools and all that. And from there.
Damn.
And I had one of the homies tell me was it Juice TV?
Yeah, Juice TV, man. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Who are you, Nardwar?
Nardwar.
Yeah, 2010 to 2015 when Ustream had its run, bro. It had its, had its little run.
Right. Stick cam.
Yeah, that's funny.
Cam,
yeah, I remember those. Where people actually use webcams. You weren't able to use your phones back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That was. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it. I did podcasting before I was in style. And I was able to capitalize off of it, man. I didn't make any money off of it, but I made great relationships to where now, it transcends to that. I met Jerry and Jesus Sepulveda there back then. I forgot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the homie Ricky, he said his cousin DJ Cali Drew was on there.
That's my boy,
and
man.
Like,
Cali, Cali's the shit, bro. He's dope. I still talk to him. He's an OC cat. He's a sick ass scratcher, bro.
Fuck yeah.
And he's a sick ass pool player. He plays for tournaments. He makes money and shit.
Nah, that dude would come down here and clean house, dude. Like, because he's just very chill. He's like, oh, the DJ wants to play, like, while he's after he's set up.
He's like,
I'll take his money.
You would never think he's like quiet, his shoulders up, like introvert, and then he killed me on scratching.
Like $100 a ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, and pool too. He takes everybody out, bro.
That's crazy.
He's very good. Very good, man.
And how was your transition from DJing to comedy?
I mean, I still DJ.
Right. We know you still DJing. I mean, we see you.
Okay, so I've been DJing since I was 15. I got into the strip club game when I was 19, and then I kind of forgot about DJing, but I was still DJing at the strip club on the mic and all that. And I got back in the DJing like at 20 to 23. I got into stand-up comedy, forgot about DJing. I was still in the strip club game. I did that for 2 years. And then that's the only thing I ever quit that I came back to. I felt like I had unfinished business. That's why I'm doing it again. It was something that was missing. Yeah. And man, I started DJing again professionally at 27, like consistently, professionally, and never stopped. And then the skits came in at 5 years after that. And then at first I didn't want to do skits because I thought they were going to take me serious as a DJ. And I was like, fuck that. Jamie Foxx is a respected comedian, dramatic actor, and a musician. Yeah. And you could do anything now these days. You could wear different hats.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely, man. Back to the Rebel Nation thing, man. That's, like it took me back down memory lane because that's what got me into DJing. Fucking DJ Irene, fucking DJ Richard, Humpty Vision.
I can see you with bangs for sure.
Yeah, man. fucking with my chain and my boots too, man.
yeah, no shit.
Pero yeah, man. It's just that whole Rebel Nation thing, man. It took me down memory lane. Definitely. Yeah,
super nostalgic, man. Super nostalgic. Yeah. After that came out, I don't know if you noticed, a bunch of all these meme pages with Rebel stuff started coming out.
Yeah.
Everybody hopped on the bandwagon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a big bandwagon. Everybody hopped on.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I mean, it's like,
well, we're happy to.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, we're
supposed to, I mean, whatever you do, you're supposed to inspire and get other people going. And we're glad that we were able to put our little 2 cents and let people do their thing from there, Like, no hate, bro. Like,
not at all.
Yeah, do it. Let's go,
Now,
nomás no se olviden, güey.
Does a lot of shit come off on the fly, man? Like when you guys link up together?
Yeah.
I mean, I think like the idea is there's always a premise, There's always a premise. There's always an end goal. But yeah, a lot of stuff definitely does come like, improv, But we have an idea of what we want to do. Like, hey, today we're gonna do fucking, say, 2 gay hairstylists. And then boom, we'll that's the premise. That's what we're gonna do. And then boom, we'll go and do that. Or today we're gonna do, Los Bookies, and then we'll think about a premise, and then we'll just kind of dialogue it from there. Yeah. But because a lot of it, dude, like I'm very like I'm a very improv-y person. I mean I could sit there and write a whole fucking movie script, but just comedy to me is like it's an energy, it's a flow sometimes, And I think, it's always, I mean, obviously to each his own. I know comedians that just all they do is write. They don't improv, nothing. But I like a little bit of both, Yeah.
Yeah, it really works for social media, especially when you're, it's quick, it's, improv-y, and keeping it under like a certain time span, 30 seconds-ish. Everybody has a short attention span.
Yeah, you gotta make people laugh within those 30 seconds or a minute. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys are tired from coming from Dubai and shit.
Yeah, dog, we're beat, dog.
Well, thank you guys.
No, thank you guys for having us, bro. Appreciate you guys, man.
This is dope, man. Keep it up, man.
Keep it up. This is dope, man. You guys got it going on right here in the city of Brawley.
Hey.
Thanks to Dubai.
Once again, man, J Valentino, Concrete, man. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys, man.
Thank
you. Love.
Ay, papá.
I'm leaving that in there.